Hi, this is Alex Fensky, the lead agent for the Chicago South and Homes team. And a common question that we get from sellers is, should I stage the home? Should I empty out the home when I'm preparing it for sale? What's the best way for it to show? So, from my experience, there's really three levels. And the most desirable condition is for it to be staged. Now, what do we mean by staged? I don't mean you got to hire HGTV to come in and fill the home with fancy furniture. What I mean is that the overall impression, because there's just a little bit of furniture, a little bit of decor. The overall impression that a buyer would get is they're not sure whether or not someone's even living in this home. Like there's enough stuff here that they maybe could be, but it looks so sparse that they're not sure, and that's not typical. That's really what we're going for with a staged home. And the idea there is that you have enough furniture in there to give people a sense of how those rooms are set up and kind of where a table fits and how how it looks with a big couch in the family room. How big a queen size bed is in this room. It really helps people to see how the home can be set up when you do have some furniture in there, but very little sparse decor because you don't want to have things out that maybe are colors that people don't like or whatever things that people don't like. Having it be very kind of neutral. That's really the ideal way so that they can begin to see themselves living in the home. Now that's ideal. That's staged, and that's the number one way to do it. But obviously, there's some limitations with that. If you're living in the house, it gets to be pretty difficult, and sometimes you just don't have anything else to do with the furniture, and you really only want to have the minimum amount of furniture in any given room to show what that room can be used for. So, for example, a dining room, table and chairs, bedroom, a bed and a dresser, right? And just kind of keep it very limited. So if you can't achieve that, the next best is vacant. I mean, if you've moved out of the house and you need your stuff, empty the whole thing out. That would be number two. It at least allows the buyer the blank canvas of being able to see their stuff, their home, their family in that place. Though it does not give them the benefit of seeing furniture there to just give them a sense of what fits where and how things can flow. Number three, the least desirable, is how we normally live in a home. And if you come into my house right now, trust me, it's going to look just like anyone else's house looks. There's some dishes in the sink, there's some clothes here and there, there's kids' toys. The way we typically live in a home is not the way that we want to present it for sale. We're needing to shift our mindset now to where this home is no longer your home; it's now a product, and our goal is to get buyers to buy this product. And so we need to change it, and it is a bit inconvenient, and yet that's how we can make the most of it. And so if you're living in the home now, you want to get it as close as you can to being that number one condition, staged. And that means taking boxes out, taking extra furniture out, decluttering, taking personal items out, family photos, and that sort of thing, boxing that up, put it in the basement, put it in the garage, or get it into a nearby offsite storage facility. Those are all great things to do with those items so that you can pare down what's there and get it as close as you can to that staged sort of condition. If for some reason, based on your circumstances, you can't do that, and you've moved out already, and it's just going to be most practical for you to empty the place out, you can go ahead and do that too. So ask us any question. We'll talk specifically about your home and what some of the recommendations might be for yours, but this is the general advice that applies to everybody. I hope you found it helpful.